Okay, I'm back. It's Susie. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to dragonflybeez resale. Today's video, continuing the color series. I think this is part 7 of 9, and it focuses on jewelry that has tones of ivory and whites and clears. So this is what I decided to bring to you today. So let's make some room, and we can begin. First off, I grabbed this one. I tend to gravitate to the largest piece in the group to, I guess, get that out of the way first so I have more room. This one here has 5 strands. And if you look closely, you can see that it's all woven with this gold glittery thread. These are acrylic beads on this portion here, and they all have that checkerboard facet to them. Now, as I move down, you'll notice there's some round beads, and these are this entire strand, in fact, is glass. It's a heavy strand. These are really good size faceted glass beads. I mean, they could even be, they're heavy. They could be crystal. So there is one strand that is not acrylic. Now, if we take a look at this, it is a layered, tiered. And here's that glass strand. It needs to be okay, so this strand has glass flat beads that have that checkerboard design, and then as you move down the necklace, they blend in with the round beads. This is really nice. It does have a lobster claw clasp. There is an extender. Okay, I see that. It's somewhere. It's in there. Okay. It's kind of tangled in there. Okay. So this one here does have an extender. Oh, and this extender has the preset loops on them, and a little metal charm at the end. Measuring this to the shortest strand, it comes out to 9.5. So that means it's a 19-inch necklace. I'm spending way too much time on this one. This one is really nice and layered, and a mix of acrylic and non-acrylic. So this one here will be, I'm going to continue from where I left off. So we're up to number 24. This will be number 24. Next up is this. I don't know if that's real or not. It could be bone. It could be horn. Who knows? I know it's polished. They're not very heavy either, but they have really fancy ornate end caps. You have this type of closure, like a rectangular fishhook clasp. This one here falls down to this really pretty ornate almond-shaped bead on the bottom center. It has a 14.5-inch drop. So this is a 29-inch necklace. I don't know. What do you think? I'm going to say faux. But nonetheless, I still think it's nice. So we have this one here. And it's going to be item 25. Next up, I have another large necklace. This one here has a jewelry tag. Quick look at it, you may think, oh, Kendra Scott. No, Kendra has that like little daisy in the center. And you think, oh, maybe Aunt Taylor. No, these are not really A's. But this is a known designer brand. And it's actually by Trina Turk. She's a California-based designer, and she founded her brand in 1995, along with her husband, who unfortunately passed away unexpectedly in I think it was a sports accident. And he was a well-known photographer by the name of Jonathan Scow, or Sco, something like that. And Trina Turk is basically a contemporary line. And they were known, they're known, not were known, but they are known for colors and prints. So this here find was very unusual because it's very simple. You have the black and white ribbon, and you have the white metal mesh portion underneath. She makes clothing, jewelry, and accessories, and I think other things too. So let's take a look at this. As you can see, I think this is absolutely never worn. It looks too pristine. It looks too new. It looks very clean. So here you can see it has a nice lobster claw clasp. The extender has these two preset loops, and you do have this ribbon detail, and the ribbon is being held by these two rings that have her name on it, Trina Turk. The rings are holding two strands, and each strand is a double strand of this. If you look close, you can see this is a metal, like a mesh, and it's made up of these big loop links, I guess you would call them. So there are two strands here, and it's a layered design. So you can see when you wear it, you have that type of look. Because of the ribbon, the striping, it gives me nautical vibes for some reason. And the drop on this to the shorter link strand is actually 17 inches, making that portion of it 34 inches long. And then you do have this extender that is longer than it looks because it's all turned around onto it. Okay, there you go. There's 3 preset loops. This one here measures in at 2.5 inches. So we have this really awesome, very bold statement here. Necklace by Trina Turk. And this is going to be number 26. I'm telling you, I'm bringing out these really heavy hitters. This next one is a huge statement necklace. As you can see, it is filled, I mean filled, and every rhinestone is intact. With these, let's see, are these separate links? Yeah, each one consists of 4 cabochons. So you have this like a beige color, and then you have this here, which is covered in clear. They're glass. Yeah, this whole Thing is amazing. It's really pretty. There are 3 chains holding this all. And then you also have a lobster claw closure and a very long extender along with the jewelry tag, which is, I think, upside down. This necklace is by Bobble Bar. 9.5-inch drop. 19 inches in total. That extender can add 3 inches. So let's take a look at this close up. Here you can see the chain, this nice polished, very smooth feel against your skin. Oval link, there you can see the lobster claw, and there's that extender. And let me show you the jewelry tag if you're not familiar with it. I think that is upright, is it? No, it's still upside down. No, I was right the first time. Bobble Bar, all in uppercase, Bobble Bar. Now, let's take a look. Wow. Let me show you the back. They all look like little, well, open back on the acrylic beads, and then the beads with the rhinestones look like little little bowls. So we have this amazing statement necklace by Bobble Bar, and this one here is going to be, let me fix it up for you. So nice. I tried it on, it looks great. This is 27. Number 28 is this very long necklace, and it's like an antiqued brass tone. Here's the extender with the preset loops. One thing I suggest is maybe this is good for someone who has one of those jewelry cleaners, because I think it's a little bit, well, it's very bright, so the light is washing it out, but it needs a good clean, you know, because even the tassels look darkened, unless you like this antique tone. It's holding this, they're all articulating. Beautiful faceted glass beads. Here's the setting, little high setting, open back, foil back. There is some copper peeking through on the back side. But like I said, if you have a one of those jewelry cleaners, I think this would look nice if it was polished up a bit. Okay, this one here, unbranded too. This one has a drop of 12 inches, giving it a 24-inch length on the chain. That extender is 3 inches long. And this tassel pendant, measuring it from the bail, top of the bail, all the way to the bottom of the tassel, actually measures 5 1/4 inches long. So I like this one. This will be, oops, this is 28. Next up, I have this necklace. There is the shamrock and that little glass bead at the end. This is a Lucky Brand necklace. This type of chain, what is that, a book chain? Maybe. This one is filled with these stations that are, I guess like a dark beige. And it starts off with the one single chain on top. Has the lobster claw and the extender. And then after this portion, you have these stations. And then you have 3 chains, like mini versions of this chain. Then you have another set of those stations. And then as you move down the necklace, it's layered. Very nice. This one here has a drop of 16.5. So give or take 33 inches in total. And this extender is 2 inches long. So let's take a look at this close up. Of course, we all know with Lucky Brand, the back is just as pretty as the front. So that's the back side of these stations. And looking at it, I didn't mention that they look like a marcasite surrounding the bead. Is that? That's not even on top. That's like inside, I think. Okay. I think all the marcasites are present on this one. In fact, if I bring the magnifier, we can look together. I believe so. So let's continue on down to the next set. And that looks good to me also. So we have this very pretty Lucky Brand necklace. And we are up to, what are we up to? 29, 30, 29. Let me get the card. This one's 29. Next up, here's another one that I think is purposely made to look weathered, you know? If not, then this needs a good clean. This is made up of like a brass tone, antique brass tone ball bead. And it's kind of like, you see all the loops? Purposely woven in like that. This is a vintage necklace. Here is the brass tone lobster claw. Has a little discoloration right there. The jewelry tag. This is by Jan Michaels of San Francisco. Yeah, this is an old vintage brand. And I believe these are faux. But here you can see the beads. And it's holding this pendant, which is double-sided. Very thick and ornate. Too bad this is not a locket. This would be great if it was. But here you can see the design. And then you have these dangling components. Really sweet necklace. This one here has a 13.5-inch drop. So it's 27 inches in total. And this pendant from the bail down to the bottom of this bead measures in about 4 inches high. So we have this one, vintage Jan Michaels, San Francisco. I would say faux bone pendant necklace. And this is item number 30. Next up, I have this. This is a faceted glass piece. And I mean, it could be crystal. Who knows? You have glass beads on the end. It's a toggle. And this is like braided twine, I guess. And measuring it, I actually put the loop on the last bead. And it measured 16 inches. There's also a bead up here. So if you take a look at this, there you can see how nicely woven it is around. I think that's a pretty neat piece. And here's the braided cord. Just unique. And most likely artisan made. So we have this, and that's going to be item 31. Next up, I have this necklace. This is, wow, made up of a lot of different things. And it surprised me when I saw that it had a jewelry tag on it and the brand. This here is on a faux leather cord. There's a lobster claw closure. There's an extender. And the jewelry tag is right here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me grab the loop. Laura Ashley. Remember that brand? And it's made up of all these nuggets and pieces. I believe this is howlite. And then you even have these dangling pieces with tassels and even these metal pieces. It's just a little bit of everything. That's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. This one here has a drop of 9 inches, so it's 18 inches long, and that extender can add 3 inches to it. Yeah, I'm sitting at the window. Yeah, as you can see, that's actually that little crane that I use to hold the phone on. This here is number 32. This next piece is really nice. It has a lobster claw closure, these long end caps. You have these glass beads, and then you have these stones. Nice and cold. Oh, this one even has a little pocket. I don't know what they are, maybe some type of jasper. And then you even have a rounded squared off pendant on the bottom. I like this because it feels nice and cold, and it's a neutral color that you can wear with anything basically. This one here has a 9-inch drop, so it's an 18-inch necklace. And this here is number 33. Next up, I have this necklace. This is a darkened antique brass tone chain. I think that's looks like a Figaro chain. And then it's actually holding like dangling pieces of freshwater pearls. They're real, along with crystal faceted beads and even rhinestone covered beads. Let me show you the components. Really quite a sweet necklace. Potato pearls, freshwater pearls. The length on this is long. It's 17 inches in drop. So it's a 34-inch necklace. And there's a senorita clasp. And here is the jewelry tag. J. Crew, along with that little rhinestone charm. This is actually a J. Crew. But like I said, it's a very darkened, antiqued brass tone link. And it's uniform, so I don't know if it's a Postal that. You know what I mean? So I wanted you to see it in the sunlight so you can see how dark it is. So we have that. And this one here we're up to 34. Next up, I have this necklace. It's kind of like a copper tone link. And it's made up of these carved pendants. And they're cold. So I'm thinking perhaps glass. And they look like little teeth. The back of it is flat. The front of it is rounded and smooth and polished. It has a lobster claw clasp closure. This one here has an 8-inch drop. So this necklace is 16 inches long. And here you can see the pendants. This one here will be number 35. Next up, you know what? Maybe I'll close the curtain if this is bothering anyone. This here is a very mini, it's a mini citrine chip strand. Can be worn as a necklace or used for making bracelets or earrings or necklaces. So we have this citrine chip strand, 17 inches and drop. So it's a 34-inch length. And this is number 36. This here has been doctored up. Look at the closure. I see the spring ring. I see this here. This here was added. Why? Because it makes it easier for you to put on and take off. There's a magnet closure right there. So I guess this piece was added in. You have these very nice ornate end caps, ribbed gold tone. You have these faux pearls, and there's actually 12 strands, different sizes, and then you also have some gold tone beads throughout. This is nice, and it's not graduated. Well, it's all pretty much one length. I mean, you can even twist it around to make it a torsade if you like. This here has an 11-inch drop, which is a good length. So that's a 22-inch length necklace. Beautiful. So we have this here, faux pearl. So that, not glass. So that way, with all these strands, it's not like an albatross on your neck. It's not that heavy, but it's so pretty. And it looks to be in great condition. So we have this here, and it's going to be number 37. Number 38 is this very long necklace. It's like a light gold tone. It does have a lobster claw closure with an extender. The drop on this is 16 inches long, making it 32 inches, and it has these 3 stations. And they are made up of glass bead clusters. The largest one is white, and it has like, I guess that's a brass tone bead in the center. And then you have 2 smaller ones with the white glass beads. And there's also a glass bead embellishment above and below each station. So you have this, and this is number 38. I think one more item to go, and then we can wrap up this showcase of the ivory, whites, and clear jewelry. Last item is this triple strand. Well, the bottom half is 3 strands necklace. I love this one. Why? Because I like these components. So you have the shell, mother of pearl, and the silver tone beads, along with, you see those clear faceted crystal beads, and then you have a very nice weighted oblong link chain. It does have a lobster claw and an extender. The drop on this is actually 8 inches to this strand, of course. So it's 16 inches in total. And then that extender can add 3 inches. So here you can see the way it is finished off. The extender has a nice bead at the end of it. And let's look at the components. Love the natural colors. Of course, one of a kind, unique. You even have these polished, smooth, round silver tone beads. You even have these almond shaped ones. And sporadically throughout are the clear faceted ones. Really nice. So yeah. We have that. And this here is item number 39. And this here also wraps up the showcase for, what part were we on? Part 7? Part 7 of 9 of the color series jewelry clearance sale. The white tones, ivories, and clears. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the color series. The items here most likely won't be bought back. They've been around for some time. So if there's anything you are interested in purchasing, all you need to do is email me. My email address is dragonflybeez@gmail.com. Instructions for purchasing are at the end of the video. I always include them below the video in the description box. So check that out as well. If you enjoy this type of content, if you enjoy my channel, take time to give me a thumbs up, please. And also subscribe. It's free to subscribe. There's a button right here. And when you do, ring that bell and choose all notifications. That way you'll be alerted when I post new content. Now, part 8, I believe, will be silver tones and sterling silver. And the gold tones will wrap up this color series. And it's been going on since last month. So thank you for watching. And any questions, email me. And I will see you real soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.